So I am Jaibee Jacob. Presently, I am staying in Chennai, but I am from Kerala because here my husband is working in Integral Coach Factory, and I have three sons, and they are all big enough. Though I don't look that old. My elder son is in UK. He went for his higher studies, and then he became a physiotherapist there. Then second one has gone to Canada for his higher studies. He has just completed. He's hunting for a job. And my third son, he's a psychologist. He's working here. So past 10 years, I was working in Maldives. And you must be thinking why I went. So I was here, I was getting a very meager salary here, working in school. I was working very hard, and I was having this thing in my mind that I have to, what you call, send my students for higher education and all that. That made me get worked up a bit. And then I got this opportunity and I immediately grabbed it and I went to Maldives. Uh, so that time my kids were they were in college first year, so they were able to manage themselves. So I got this opportunity and then I went there. So these 10 years just went like fraction of a second. I have now resigned. Okay, this April 30th I resigned and I came back. My husband said enough is enough. No, so I have come back, but I don't want to sit just like that. So this opportunity, I saw this opportunity in the LinkedIn. So I thought I will contribute for all the years I have worked. It's a lovely place. I have collected pictures and I want to share it with you. It's a part of my life, actually. Even though I was away from my family, I became part of a family there. It's a small community, like where I stayed. It's a small community of 900 people. Everybody knows us. And since I was working as a teacher, it is the most prestigious job. Whichever country you go, when you work as a teacher, you are regarded like God, and especially to first generation people who are like generation children who are going to school and getting educated and trying to come up in life. It's a big thing for them. So I have done justice to my role. I was working as a business studies teacher, and there are only government schools there, mostly government schools here. These days, 2, 3 private schools have come up, but mostly government schools. I was also working for government schools. There we can work for up to 65 years. And if they are happy with your work and you're physically fit, they can even extend your stay. But I resigned and I came back. So this is all about me. My mother is there in Kerala. My husband's mother also is there in Kerala. Both of us have lost our father. So this is me and this is my family. I'm happy to see you all. This is the first time I am doing such a session. Mostly it is children. This is the first time I am doing it for seniors. So shall we start?
Yes, JB, and there are a lot of teachers in the group right now. So I'm sure a lot of them, I can see at least three teachers, and I can see mothers of teachers. It's a very interesting
Oh,
group that you actually have today, and I hope they enjoy this session also. Let's start.
okay. So today I'm going to again welcome you all for this session. It's a information-packed session all about Maldives, which you may not, such information you may not get it from outside, okay? So first let us see where it is located, okay? You can see where India is, and very near to India, just above the equator line, lies Maldives, which is in Indian Ocean. Okay, the capital of Maldives is Malé. So how much time does it take? So mostly what happens is when I come back from Maldives and when I meet my friends and relatives, they are confused. They don't even know it's a independent country altogether and it's not part of India. So it is not part of India anyways. And it takes just 40 minutes by flight and there is a time difference of 30 minutes. So now if the time is 5:30, it will be 5 o'clock in the evening there. The formation, how the Maldives would have formed. So long time ago, that is millions of years ago, a volcano under the sea, which was active, it grew and grew till it erupted. So after that, all the lava and the magma was like fully spewed out, and then slowly the volcano shuts down and shrinks and then sinks below the sea. And on the rim, that is the open mouth, there forms the of ecosystem is getting formed. Slowly, the ecosystem grows and grows to such an extent that it pops up onto the sea. And there, when it gets interacted with the sunlight, then the like what you call the vegetation starts. And likewise, small islands form. So this is how an island is born. So when you look at the island of Maldives, you can see in the center there will be some vegetation. Surrounded by it is white sand, and the light blue part that you see is shallow sea, which is not that very deep, maybe up to the knee. And the darker shade of the blue, if you can see, that is the deeper sea. So a group of islands is called atoll. Now on to the left, you can see Maldives map, and you can see some rounds which are atolls. Likewise, there are 20 to 22 atolls, and each atoll has got lot of islands. So I was living in Ra Atoll, and the name of my island was Innamadu. So in Maldives, there are around 1,200 islands, out of which they say approximately 200 islands are inhabited, where people stay, and 900 islands are uninhabited. So a closer look on the island. This is a resort island where there are resort, and I don't think there are people, means locals are living there. And what you can see is shallow water where there is an ecosystem full of sea creatures and different types of fish. They are called coral fish, or near there is a coral, what you call a life exists in corals, with different varieties of marine life or marine animals. So I already told you, capital of Maldives is Malé. So this is Malé Airport, Belana International Airport. It has occupied that full island. So you can understand that how big an island could be. It is not that very big. So, but this airport, the space provided for the airport is not that much. We can, if we are in Malé, we can see the aeroplane landing at the tip of the island and taking off from the tip of the island. It is so small. The runway is very small. And here, what Malé city is very crowded, and surrounding that island, they have prepared sea walls, like so that they can, because it is shallow water or all around the island, they have created artificial barriers so that boats and launch can come and they can dock in the harbor. So this is also another material they use to protect their islands from erosion, because they are surrounded by sea, their island can easily erode. It can take away all the sand from the soil. So they just use these kind of artificial cement blocks, which protects their island from sea erosion, land erosion actually. Then places of interest. Mostly people come to Maldives to stay in the resorts and enjoy their holidays. There are not many places of interest in Maldives, especially in Malé. Just you have, it's a Muslim country, to tell you the fact. So there are no other religion practiced here, only Muslims. Even though we go there, if different people are going there, we are not supposed to propagate anything about our religion and tell anything about other, whatever our belief is. They follow Islam, they are Muslims, and they don't want to hear anything about anyone. So this is Grand Mosque. We are not allowed to enter. This is Parliament House, People's Majlis. And the total population of this country is just 5 lakh, of which 1 lakh are foreigners like us. People from Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan come there for work. And I think mainly for work. And then in addition to the tourists come, there is that is not included in this 1 lakh. 1 lakh foreigners, basically for those who come for work there. So altogether 5 lakh population. This is the museum, and they have lots of artifacts there. This is President's Palace. Now let's move on to life of an islander. So see, this is the shape of my, I took it from the internet. This is the shape of my island in Namadu Island. And the only activity in my island is a school and a small health center. Okay. So there is only one entrance to this island. And you can see I have my, as per the census, it is 900 meters long and 500 meters width of this island. That much space only is there. And these islands are 2 feet above, maximum of 6 feet, but mostly of 2 feet above the sea level. So this is entry towards, this is a harbor entry towards my island. The name of my we has, it is like water and water everywhere, not a drop to drink like that. It is everywhere, whichever street you go and look, there is water. See. So since it's a Muslim country, every island has got mosque. Not just one. In my island, we had around 8 mosques. This is a small health center with a foreign doctor and 2 nurses will be there. This is island office. Every island has an island office so that they can look after the welfare of the people living there. This is a small court. So where do they get electricity from? So they are burning diesel. They are quite well off. In India, there are so many, I don't know whether there are still villages where they don't have electricity, but they are fortunate enough. Electricity is provided by generator, which runs on diesel. So this is how the houses look. On to the left, you have sloped roof, mostly of tin or some sheet, because the weather is just like Kerala. Lots of rain and humidity is there, and we are near the equator also. It is between 10 to 3, very difficult to go in the sun. Mostly everybody uses glasses because we are told that ultraviolet rays are more there. So there are no tar roads, only block roads are there. On to the right, you can see a house, a wall, um, uh, which is made up of corals. That is if naturally from the sea they collect and then they build. They are stronger and much cooler than the concrete walls that we use for constructing houses. Actually, one good thing about them is like if we need if we have some water problem, we have to search for a plumber and bring him for work, and we have to pay. And if electrical work also, if there is a fault in the electric line, we have to bring a electrician like that. But they are not that very, people are not that very highly professionals and highly educated or engineers, but they know all the work that need to be done. So their own friends and relatives only will come and fix it up, and they don't charge much. They don't take money for the work being done. They help each other, even for the construction of the house and all that. This is a tank, like rainwater harvesting is a must there. So people really depend on rain. And from time to time, some medicines are being provided by the health centers, and we drink this rainwater, and it's very tasty. You see, even though the islands are surrounded by salt sea water, there are wells, but wells in the well you will not find. In well water is rich in minerals which are not good for our body. So people don't use well water for cooking, only for washing and having bath. So This water is used, this water is collected when there is, because there is rain every, in Kerala, we have some 8 to 9 months rain we have. Now it is changing. Now the climate is changing everywhere. But whenever they get rain, they will wash those slopes and then they will collect water. So this is the photo of one well, which is in one of the mosque. They use these kind of sticks, which has got one tin attached to it, like a tin, and then they draw water from the well. It is not like how we do using a rope. There is no rope system. I don't know whether they don't know about it, I think. So this is all the shops look like this, a small shop, and the shopkeeper will get things from Malay. There is no other go. They will get things from Malay, and Malay shopkeepers will get things from other countries. Here, they don't make anything. Like, there are no factories. Other than fish canning industry, there are no factories to make anything. They get everything from other countries, and mainly from India. So I'm just going to show you my school. This is the entrance of my school. And in my school also there is a mosque. If students want to pray, they can come because they pray 5 times a day. And then if due to some reasons they are unable to go home, they can pray in the mosque and then continue with the classes. So in the center, there is a big ground, and surrounded by, there are classes. And there are just 140 students because 900 is the population. So the number of students that come to school is 140. Every student should go to school. Every child should go to school. And it is free. Like all the schools, government schools, I told you 95% schools are government schools. And they are all provided by the government of Maldives. So before, when Buddhism was prevalent in India, when Gautam Buddha came to India and he preached about Buddhism, that time maybe his followers would have gone to Maldives, and that was the time when they too followed Buddhism. Later, in 12th century, Abul Barakat, a Muslim scholar, he visited India, and then he went to Maldives. And there by his preaching, the whole of Maldives got converted into Muslim community. That is what people say there. So the language that they speak is Divehi, which is a mix of Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, and Sinhalese. They watch every TV serial on Sony and Star Plus. They are fond of that. They know all the Hindi songs, the latest, the virals, all those things they know. So if you are going to Maldives, don't think that those people will be speaking the way, so I may not be able to understand, because they understand Hindi or Tamil or Malayalam or Sinhalese. So basically English. English is a medium of communication, but Divehi is a mix of all these things. So during Buddhism time, if you see the script, this was a script used. It is called Divas Akru. This was the script used. If you see, I saw in Malayalam, very similar to what they were using, and very similar letters we can see. But they claim that they have not. They have their independent script. After they started following Islam, this is the script that they use, which they write from right to left. It is very, very much related to Arabic script. There, everybody is taught Arabic also, because I think Quran is written in Arabic. So in order to read that Quran, everyone right from the childhood, they are being taught Arabic and Quran also. So most of the students, everyone knows what is in Quran. Unlike, like, I am a Christian, but I don't know most of the parts of what is happening in Bible. But those people, those children, right from to give a strong base to their belief, everyone knows Quran for that matter. Now, taking vegetation into account, whatever grows in Kerala grows in this country too. The land is so fertile, I told you, because maybe because of that volcanic eruption, and they were mainly into fishing. They were now also they are into fishing only, but recently, because it is the prices have shot means have gone high, and they are not getting enough of vegetables. They started cultivating. So these are the things being cultivated. This is a type of chili. This we too have. Then pumpkins, then breadfruit. Breadfruit is their favorite. They make lots of curries out of it. They make sweet dish out of it. Then fried like banana chips. They make breadfruit chips also. And tapioca is also their favorite. Mangoes, a special kind of small mangoes, very sweet mangoes are available there. Watermelon. Now, because these foreigners come as tourists there, they demand for some, because foreigners are more into healthy eating. So they are demanding for more vegetables and fruits and all that. So these people find it very difficult to get it from outside. So they have islands where only vegetation is there, so that these vegetables can be supplied to these resorts. So national flower, they claim that rose is their national flower, and these bougainvilleas and hibiscus and these kind of flowers, what we find in India, nothing new. These kind of flowers are seen there. So main industry is fishing. So here the type of fishing that they are using is pole and line fishing. That is, one fish at a time only can be caught. You can't use net there. Um, in their country, the best thing that I have seen is, like, if they tell this is the rule, they make it a point that they follow the rule. See, who is going to see them if they are in the middle of the sea, whether they are catching fish using net or using pole and line? But they believe in sustainability. That is, use what is required for you and then leave the rest. Don't catch fish which is not fully grown, which you're not going to use it. So they basically use pole and line fishing only. This black tuna, which is this size, and this is their favorite actually. They every day they should have fish in their meals. And not only in their meals, in their snacks. You can't find anything other than tea. You can't find everything has got either fresh fish or canned fish or dried fish in it. So those who are pure vegetarian will find it little difficult. Okay, you can cook your own food, but the availability of vegetable is limited in that country. So this is yellowfin tuna because the fins are yellow. This is it comes in larger size, and this is a bluefin tuna, which is more expensive. So three varieties of tuna. And this is sailfish. This is quite big in size. It looks small, but it can grow up to 3 meters and 90 kg. So this also is edible. They use it for eating. This is silver sprat, which is used as a bait to catch other fish. I told you around the island there is coral reef, and there are lots of different varieties of fishes there. They don't go deep into the sea. They are very much near the corals, very much near the island. So there is this red snapper, parrotfish. They eat octopus also. This is lobster, a bigger version of prawns. Shark is prohibited. You can't kill shark. And sea turtles. Then fish products. So you have fresh tuna, which is frozen and packed. Most of the customers are from UK. It is exported to UK. Then there is one factory. There's the only factory that you can find is the one which makes fish products. So like the canned fish is there. It will be sometimes in oil, sometimes in water. Dried fish also very much in demand. In other countries also they are selling it. They are exporting to other countries as well. The next main industry is tourism. So these two industries are the main industries from where they get income from. And remaining everything, right from clothes to salt to rice to whatever you can just name them, everything they are getting from the nearby countries. So see, this is one island. You can see some places water is very shallow. On the shallow area they have constructed. These are rooms. What you see on the left are rooms for the tourist. And land also there are some rooms. So this is how it is. Most not they don't follow a specific design, but this is one such resort. See, this is another one. I have just taken a. You can have a glimpse. It's a very short video. There is no exaggeration. Just as what you see in the video, just like that, you can feel when you land in Maldives. Yeah.
How easy is it to go to Maldives? How much would it cost if I have a limited budget, respectively, to go for 4 to 5 days? And is it safe for a senior citizen?
There are so many people operating on this, like um, um, uh, there are people, but actually I haven't got, because since I was working there, the flight ticket doesn't cost you much. Maybe a 25,000 will do for up and down ticket. It depends upon the season also when you're going. But there are people who are arranging for a stay, and it comes to, I have heard it comes to around 40 to 50,000, where you can stay, enjoy their food, and you can go for you can just experience fishing, and those who are want to go for diving and all that, you can just means 3 to 4 days. I think it takes 50 to 60,000. There are people who on a low budget they are arranging, but I'm not sure. I haven't contacted
Okay, so I
them
can
yet.
help you with this. So just everybody, just to understand this, flight tickets, she's completely right. From Bangalore and Bombay, it's about 20,000 rupees, depending on the season and the day. The weather is nearly the same the entire year because of the equator. And there are chances of bad weather at every point of the year. So therefore, it's a luck thing. Nobody can predict it. Cost of once you reach the island, once you spend your 20,000 rupees on your ticket, it depends on, it can go as long as 15 lakhs a day to as
Yeah.
low as 7,000 rupees a day. And depend on the kind of activity you want to do. You can do high-end activities like parasailing, going in a seaplane, going in a submarine, or you can do normal stuff like snorkeling and going in a boat and dolphin watch and turtle watching and scuba diving. So it depends on what you do, but if you go intelligently and in any way, I think it'll cost you anything between Bombay to Bombay or Bangalore to Bangalore about 60,000 rupees, all inclusive. Food is by
Maybe
and large
more because
non-veg.
the costliest destination in the Asia is the Maldives because the resorts are very costly.
So
Three,
Pushpanti is
four
not
years.
that. So what she's trying to explain, that's why I did not cover the resorts. I asked JB to actually talk about how not to go to a resort. So where she was something called a local island, which is absolutely stunning. It's not a resort, but it's as beautiful. It's just that you live in a small house. It'll be somebody's house who will have 3 to 4 rooms. You live there. It's a very safe country, and they treat people with a lot of respect. Uh, because it's Islamic country, it's a very safe country. Because
Yeah.
the what do you call the rules are very, very strict, and she was saying they're very law-abiding people.
Yes.
It's actually an inexpensive destination if you forget resorts. Resorts can, besides resort, the other things also, right? And it's one of the favorite. I have not lived in a resort. I can't afford 10 lakhs a day. Uh, I go in 60,000 rupees for 6 days, and it's worth it. This thought we'd explain to you. This is not actually a tourism conversation. This is a conversation on explaining how beautiful a country can be, which is next to our country, has a culture like our country. And in my view, there's something that our country can learn from them. There's a lot that they can learn from us, but there's something that we as Indians can learn from them. Again, like I said, I know when JB speaks about it, she speaks about it with a lot of passion. She comes from another very beautiful state called Kerala, but Maldives is Maldives. JB, anything
Yes.
else, JB?
There are few more slides, but then we can't have it now
Yeah, we don't
today.
have the time. So, we'd love
Yeah.
to have you do a question answer session on some other day. Maybe we'll
Mm.
call you for about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Let people ask. We're not going to ask, we're not going to tell them that please tell us where to go, which resort to stay. That you can't help. But you can answer
Yeah.
questions on safety, on travel. Uh,
Yeah.
there's so many variables, but it's actually easy to go. Uh,
Mm.
I think we wanted to explain to you how beautiful this country is, and most of us have never been to, even though it's next to our country, and it has similar culture. It's actually very similar in value systems. Um, JV, I think we have very little time, so if anybody has a question, please ask her, or we shall end this session. Speechless. JB, I envy
Hello.
you.
Uh,
Yeah.
I want to know if there are homestays over there and on Maldives because I would like to experience it with the local people. So how do I get across and from where would I get information? Because the tourism would not give me, or are they on the tourism list, homestays with the local people?
Okay, nobody has asked me before, but there are people who can help us out. But you have to give me some time to find out these kind of information, because
Yes,
since
yes.
I was staying there, my family and my relatives had come and they were staying with me. So I have
Okay.
never, I never wanted to know these kind of information. But there
No,
are
but that is
islands.
more important to us. Yeah, that is more
Shana, just go to
important to us.
booking.com. Sakina, just go to booking.com. There are homestays there.
Uh,
There are ample homestays there, anything between $30 to $100 a night.
But I would like to know something which is, has been by some used by someone. And Saleh, if
You will
you have
have to go to
gone to some